So welcome back, everybody. Today's video is going to be on me installing a little bit of my fuel system. The car already has a AEM 340 liter per hour fuel pump in the rear, but I'm upgrading all the lines in the front of the car as well as an adjustable fuel pressure regulator for the LS motor. So I'm going to show me installing that. I am missing a few fittings to finalize it today, so this video is going to actually be 2 to 3 separate days, so you can see the actual finished product. But I won't waste any more time. I'll jump right into it and we'll get going. Oh, and before we get started on today's video, I have a spare 6 liter LS1, and I'm curious what you guys think. Maybe I should rebuild this one and have a spare laying around. Let me know in the comments below. So this will be your feed line and your return line. You're going to want to shorten these. Normally they're probably about halfway up the firewall. So you want to shorten those down so your lines will fit. So once you got both your feed and your return line, you'll notice that your feed line has the fuel filter on it. So that one's going to be pretty easy to determine which one that one is. And your return line will be down on the bottom of the fuel pressure regulator. For me, I actually didn't realize, but I purchased the wrong fuel pressure regulator. So I just ordered the right fittings here to come down to a 6AN fitting for this to fit correctly. So we got the one injector on, and I like these because you can actually face the injectors on the inside and tuck the wire harness behind the rail instead of on the front. So that's pretty dope. So let me set up a time lapse real quick for the other side and get it going.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
So with the new fuel rails on, the wire placement is super clean. It's not hanging over the rail anymore onto the valve covers anymore. They're tucked in the backs and super clean. You'll have your coil pack harness come out of here, right onto the coil packs, and that's it. So I got a few AN fittings to place, and then as you already know, I'm missing the orb fittings off of my fuel pressure regulator, but I can still wire this up, well, place the lines on the intake manifold and do some of this stuff before I get my fittings tomorrow. Alright, so I have some fittings here that are going to run on the actual fuel rails themselves. Because I'm running the Chase base fuel line kit, I'm only going to need 3 of the 8 orb to -6 fittings on the 2 fronts and the 1 passenger side rear, and then the driver side rear is actually going to get blocked off completely. And just like that, those all thread in, no problem. And then my next step is going to be installing the Chase base crossover line, and just like that again, that threads in just as easy. So I do have the fittings set up already, so I can run the lines here, but they actually won't connect to the fuel pressure regulator just yet because I'm missing the 2 fittings on each end to run it down from a 10AN fitting down to a 6AN fitting. But I'll mock up the lines just so I can get a look as to what it's gonna look like. So this is how I would like to run my lines. I'd like my feed to come up through the fuel filter itself into the back end of the fuel pressure regulator. Then my feed come out the other end into the fuel rails, crossover, and then there. I'm not gonna have, it's gonna be a returnless system. So the return line is actually blocked off here and fed back down into the return. But I'm super happy on how it all came out. And I really like how the Jegs fuel rails let you tuck your lines on the back end side instead of having them hang over here, where you can see them hanging onto like the valve covers and all that. So I'm gonna throw on my coil packs now. I don't have the coil pack harnesses on me, so I won't be plugging those in, but just to get a finished look at to what the engine's gonna look like, I'll time lapse that in real quick and check it out. And this would be the somewhat finished product. So, the two fittings I was missing for my fuel pressure regulator came in. Let me throw those on real quick while I still got a little bit of sunlight, not much, but let's get to it. So, whenever you're putting O-rings on anything, make sure you lube them up. I don't have any oil on me, so I'm just going to use a dab of assembly lube just to throw these on, just so they seal correctly and don't end up cracking. So the only complaint I have is the fittings I got are like a navy blue opposed to black, but not that big of a deal. But it all looks good. And it runs super clean. Fuel lines tuck over against the firewall and come down. And the crossover on top. So, thanks for watching another video, guys. Hope you liked today's content. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you made it this far. And as you can see, we're just about there. So, stick with it. I'm almost here. I can almost start it up. And I'm excited. And hopefully I can share that with you guys. Cool. Catch you next time.